Hello everyone and welcome back to our course. In this lecture, we're going to learn how we can visualize our results by building a plot. So we are going to build a frequency plot of all of our words. Let's create a new code cell and we're going to get started. So first we have to flatten our list of token lists. So we're going to go for every y for x in all tokens lists for y in x, and we're going to create here flattened tokens lists. All right, then we can print out our results of the flattened tokens lists just to verify that we did it. Okay, there we go. We just have now a list of all of the words. Next, I'm going to use nltk.frequency_dist so I can get the frequency of my flattened tokens lists. And I'm going to save that as my token frequency. Let's call this token frequency. All right, then I can print out the results of token frequency as well and hit run. Okay, we have a frequency dist with 349 samples and 703 outcomes. Then I want to delete from my token frequency any empty strings, okay, because we don't need any empty values. So then let's print out the results after that so we can see how many empty values we actually had. I'll rerun this new code cell. Oh, okay, let's see. Can't delete a function call. Ah, yes. Okay, so make sure this is actually square brackets with double quotations. And that's because to delete, we actually just call the delete keyword del. We take the list token frequency and then we select the value that we want to delete, and it will delete all instances of that value. Okay, and here we go. Now we have a smaller list. Then I want to sort the list so that way I can get a frequency. So I'm going to create here a sorted token frequency, and I'm going to use here the sorted function. I'm going to sort my token frequency.items. The key is going to be a lambda x, and reverse is going to equal true because I want to have this in descending order. So this is going to return for me a sorted list. I can call here print out sorted token frequency, and I can run this code cell. And look at this. Now I have each word and also the number of times it appears, because that's what I get when I use that frequency dist, frec_dist. All right, so now we have all of our words and the frequency, and let's plot that because it's much easier to understand data when it's visual. So I'm going to take not the sorted anymore. I'm just going to take here my token frequency, and I'm going to use the plot function. So yes, you can actually just call plot just like that, and you're going to pass in here the number of values you want, as well as whether you want cumulative, which I'm going to set false. Then if I run that code cell, look at this. Now we get here counts versus samples. So I have here the words, which is 30 because I only wanted to plot 30 words. And we have the line here, which is giving me them in sorted order descending with the number of times it appears. So the appeared 45 times approximately, or 42 I should say. To appeared 21 times, he appeared 15 times, etc. And that, just like that, we have a visualization of the frequency of our words. Now I can increase this to 100 and rerun the code cell. And okay, now it's just harder to read though, because now you can see that the text is, much harder to read, but you can make the graph larger to account for that, then you would read that. So you do have to be careful of that. But you can see the trend of, the frequency of your words. So using 30 is just enough for you to be able to see all of them. So we can see the most popular words used. You can also sort your frequency plot after removing any stop words. So let's just add a new code cell. And I am going to grab a data frame from all of my words, which we had earlier. Let's see, what did we have for all words? Okay, we had our data frame all words. Let me just scroll up so I can find what we called that. Okay, it was our data frame grouped. Yes. Okay, so we had data frame grouped. Actually, I believe it was probably earlier than that. Let's see, what did we call this? We had all of our words. Yes, it must have been a bit higher up. Let's just see. Data frame grouped. Then we had here, yes, okay, data frame all words. There we go. Okay, so I want that variable, data frame all words, because I want to remove the stop words and then visualize after removing stop words, because you'll get a different result. So I'm going to grab data frame all words, and I'm just going to grab at the lemmatization column, and I'm going to convert that to a list. This is going to be called lemmatized words. And then I am going to use NLTK again and create a new frequency dist from my lemmatized words. The result I will store in my lemmatized frequency. All right, and then I want to sort them again. So again, I call sorted on my lemmatized frequency dot items. The key is again lambda x for every x at index 1, and the reverse is true because we want to sort in descending order. Then I can print out lemmatized frequency just to verify that I did indeed create that correctly. Okay, great. We have our samples, and it's lemmatized because we have removed the stop words, so that's why we get this smaller list. Then I can call my lemmatized frequency, and I am going to here call plot again with 30, and cumulative is going to be false. So just take note that when you call sorted, it's going to sort the argument that you pass in. You don't even have to resave it. Okay, so now if I run this code cell, look at this. Now we get all of our words right, but they're the lemmatized words. So we don't have any of those words like the, to, he, in, a, or if that was a word in the sentences. We have the non-lemmatized, okay? Or rather, we have the lemmatized, okay? So meaning we have like play, day, look, old, back, enough, no, life. So we have our sentences, the words after they have been lemmatized. So you can see the trend is different because now we have here a different frequency, as you can see. So we have the most popular, the most frequently appearing words first because we have sorted in descending order. And because we have fewer words now, you can see that the trend drops because the count is a lot less. The count now is only from 2 to 5 for the top 30 words, whereas the count for non-lemmatized words was 5 or 2 to 45. So that's because words like the and to, they will appear a lot more frequently than words like play. That's why you have this different slope of the line. Awesome. Congratulations, everyone. You now know how to perform data analysis with Pandas and as well natural language processing. Data analysis is a very important field, very huge part of business and as well machine learning. So it's a great skill to learn. There's a lot more that you can do. There are a lot more functions that you can use from the NLTK library. So I definitely encourage you to go out and read the documentation on NLTK if you're interested in learning a lot more about it. Pandas is also very frequently used, so it's going to be as well another tool that is very great to have in your arsenal. I hope to see you in another course.